Me. I'm camera 4.
No, I'm not checking that.
Okay, good. Okay.
Chloe, can you hear me?
Is Dusty up there with you?
No, not yet. Also, just to remember, I don't know if you guys' mics are coming in, but if they are, don't be saying anything behind the camera. If they are, right here.
Yeah, I don't have a mic. I don't have a mic set up on mine. But...
Chloe, can you hear me?
Dusty.
Post up right here.
More there?
Here. They're gonna come up here, right? So you want here?
Okay. Is your camera on the line and then running in?
Yeah. Sorry. I tried capturing B-roll just then, and it said it's.
Don't worry about it. You're not gonna do B-roll.
Okay, good. Thank God. I was gonna worry. So it's like.
Come in here. Get them as they come up.
So I'll coach you through it. I have a headset and a thing to write down.
Okay, I'm back.
They're gonna come up here. Just here. They come up through here. Yeah?
Okay, so.
And then let me see you. Oh, because you need to make it the main audio.
Yeah.
Go
these.
wireless.
Yeah.
No, they already are. That would go wireless. Hey, how you holding up? One day at a time.
That's a.
I need this just here, because it has to get plugged in.
I think that's one of those, yeah.
The kid's plugged in right here. No, not that one. Bottom one.
See where they have that ice. Wait,
where?
Okay, yeah, now we're charging.
All right. I want good shots. So you're live streaming. They're gonna get everything you do. Don't get in his way. Don't get in front of the cameras, right? And then you might have to move, and when they can, follow with them, right? And then you might have to.
Four good. It's 4 good.
Okay, you ready, guys?
Okay. What'd you say 4 is good?
Justin, get the gate. Gate.
I can zoom out a little bit. Like that?
I'm on your camera.
Let's get ready,
I'm on your
guys.
camera. I'm on your
All
camera.
right.
Like this? Is this a good shot?
Mine's all the way. Getting a little bit bit tighter, Justin. A little bit tighter. Yeah,
But-
make sure the sign girls are not in there.
Okay, okay. I didn't know if I didn't want to be tall. Do I get them as they break through the sign?
No.
Okay. Do I just like stay here?
Yeah, stay there.
Okay.
Stay there. Yeah, just don't rotate your camera. Just let him run past you. Let him run
Okay.
past you. Okay. If you can open it, Justin, your camera's a little bit bright.
Oh, sorry. How do I turn that? Is it the
I can't really explain it to you.
is it the front lens? Like the
Justin needs to turn his camera down. Or like it's too bright. It's too bright. Look at all the it's white. Yeah, come go to Justin.
Yeah.
Quickly walk over to Turner. Have him set up.
Okay.
Turner, go Turner. Go. Don't worry about where you're at. One day.
Alright, so let me see, you're on one. Alright, can you hold the camera real quick for me? Alright, so we're gonna turn it to aperture priority.
And also make that Jack knows how to do it. So if he needs to change it up.
So I'm changing the mode to
Yeah, yeah,
A,
yeah.
not auto, right?
Yeah.
And then see how this says 0, 0? If we
Yeah.
want it to be darker, we're gonna turn this dial, and this just changes the aperture. Here we go.
You lost me? Okay, is everything good? Sorry, is everything good? The gate, okay.
So you can tell him to take his running to the other side a little bit. You're good now.
Sorry.
I'm on boat. Go up to their faces, get their faces. Props, turn it. That is an insane camera. You're an absolute fucking beast. Yo, Dose. I'm replacing you with Turner.
Welcome to
Turner's teaching the class now.
the 2024 between the Los Angeles High School Gauchos and your
Chloe, get a little bit tighter on the front clip on the other end. If you can darken your camera a little bit, Chloe, that'd be nice.
toss for the Gauchos, number 2, Enzo Murray, number 13,
You're a little bit out of focus, Chloe. That's good. A little bit darker. Two, get a little bit darker too.
Wait, Ben, I figured it out.
Okay, that looks good, Chloe. Little bit more. The white shirts are just throwing it off. Are throwing all the cameras off. That's good. Alright, you're out of focus, Chloe. Turn on you, by the way. Two, get tight. Get tight on the middle, too. Yeah. I'm on two.
the Trojans have won the toss and they will opt to defer to the second half. So they will toss it on, they will receive.
Chloe, get wide. Get the crowd, Turner. Turner, get the crowd.
Today we have the Villanova High School marching
Actually, Turner, get the flag.
and the national anthem directed by Cliff Evelyn.
Camera 3, get the crowd.
Oh, the flag of America. Oh, sorry.
And welcome everyone to the 2024 Egg Bowl, Casa Grande versus Petaluma High School. We have a great game start is at 2 p.m. in exactly 1 minute. As Petaluma won the kick, they will elect to receive. They will get the ball going right to start the game. These two teams have had very different stories this season. Casa 7-2 atop our league. They've been a much more air-heavy team. That's what Casa has been for a very long time. Very throw-heavy team. And the Trojans have struggled with new juniors and sophomores coming to play solid minutes on varsity. As the ball is it's a squib kick or a weird. You know what? I like it. I like it. As I would like to introduce my co-host for this evening, Soren Rothbaum.
Hey, what's up, guys? So that kick was kicked by number 7 Ryan Landry from Petaluma Trojans.
Quarterback.
Quarterback, yeah. So he's kicker and quarterback as well. Captain of the football team.
No, I don't have one.
Senior this year, so this will be his last game.
I don't have one. I do not have one.
The Trojans can make it to the playoffs.
Yeah. As Casa will start out with the ball. Number 5. Throw it out. Does not look like he'll get the toe in. He does get the toe in. Reminder for anyone who watches NFL football, in high school and college, it's only 1 foot in instead of 2. So that is a completed pass for the Gauchos.
Yeah, so the Casa quarterback, Danny Mercado, number 5, he's been playing quarterback for a while, and his brother, Adam Mercado, also plays for the JV team. So, I mean, the quarterback kind of runs in the family.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. He definitely looks poised out there as it looks to be a fake screen into a real screen. Ooh, what a hit.
Tough hit there.
Number 18 for the Gauchos on the reception, Wyatt Duff, wide receiver, DB, senior. He's 5'10", 175, but damn getting hit. But it's number 54 on the Trojans who's down. Jose Barone is down on the play. I didn't really get to see what happened there, but he has not looked good.
Yeah, I think the injury occurred in the truck that the Casa Grande player had. It seemed like
I think
as he trucked him, something might have happened to his head. Maybe a concussion, maybe something else.
Of course, we hope not. Unlike in the NFL, there's a lot less safety rules in high school. In the NFL, that play would have been a flag because the offensive player lowered his helmet. Not in the high school, but you can see why that's banned in the NFL because stuff like that can happen.
Yeah, and it looks like he's walking out with Ann right now, holding his shoulder, so it looks like an injury in the right shoulder. Helmet
to the shoulder is never a good feeling. Not at all. As the Trojan defense gets back out for a 2nd and 3. Our quarters are 12 minutes long. We are 30 seconds into the first quarter. On the 40, just behind the 45, fake handoff, play action, back to number 18, and great tackle by Mario. I believe it's Mario DeSal. No, it's number 23 for the Trojans with the tackle. That is Frankie Salmoff with the tackle. Good form tackle right at the ankles. Got him down quick, but that was the same play they ran. They run it back to back. They like how it looked.
Yeah, and I mean, because it's back to back, it obviously has to be working, and that's been shown the past 2 plays. So, will we see it again? It looks like the play's reversed, but throw to the single receiver on the left side, number 21.
Mario DeSal, number 12 with the tackle. Just got an arm in there to trip him up.
Yeah, so Luke Silla, number 21 in the Casa Grande Gauchos, is the one who caught that ball. Wide receiver and DB as well. Going into his senior year, and he's 6'1". That's a very good height.
That's a tall wide receiver for our division of high school football.
Very good height.
But at least what we've noticed so far from the Gauchos offense is they're going to be running a lot of play action and then throws behind the line as another play action. Ooh, and a bad ball.
Almost looked like it was going to be maybe intercepted by number 16.
Yeah, number 5, the quarterback, Danny Mercado, of course, of the Gauchos, just threw it behind his receiver. I wasn't able to see which receiver he was targeting, but yeah, as I said, another play action into some sort of short pass or behind the line. Casa loves their 4 wide receiver sets. They're a very pass-heavy team as they get set up for a 2nd and 10. And it's a real handoff. And number 22 for the Gauchos.
Tripped up on that play. That was Ronan Curley on the run.
He is their starting running back. He is a junior. He's only 5'10", but at least even from this distance, I can see he looks very strong.
Very strong indeed.
want a single?
Early this year,
Do you want a single?
we of course streamed
Single?
the
That sounds nice.
homecoming game
Got you
against
better?
the Redwood Giants, and they had a very tough run offense as
Well, yes, you can hear you, right?
I can't
almost
hear
an
them right now, so you gotta
interception
hurry
from
up.
the D line. They had a very run-heavy offense.
mine.
Casa is much more of a pass, but it's kind of a short pass to yak yardage, yards after catch yardage offense. D line almost got a
Leo
pick
is
there.
here
He
as
threw
your
it low.
spotter.
Do you want Memphis?
I kind of want to move.
Live
want a
tripod
monopod?
on that play.
A tripod, that sounds nice.
You
A
don't want
monopod?
A monopod? Yeah,
So,
anything.
Let's look at this Trojan defense as it is a first and 10 with 9.5 minutes remaining.
I'm back on.
Evan Clark is a outside linebacker. He runs a bit in coverage, a bit rushing. He's right on
Just
the
like
far right of the
I'm
line.
tunnel
rushing
vision right.
quarterback number
Let's
4.
see someone's running.
He's had
at you. What do
17
you want?
tackles this year, 2
I'm
sacks,
just getting
and
tunnel
14
vision
fouls.
right now,
Just
so
getting
I'm
to
only
the
focusing. If
backfield
you see like
as
something
he goes
cool,
up against number 54.
then I guess just tell me
Can't get
about that.
anything.
He throws it, and it's
Oh,
caught.
pass cover. Gauchos touchdown. He
Number
was wide
7,
open.
wow. So Jaden Pieri is the one who caught that ball from the touchdown, thrown by Danny Mercado. Casa Grande crowd going crazy.
I'm just checking the
Yeah,
ball right
so good drive. Oh, and they're going. No, they're kicking it. We're not getting too crazy here in the
Yeah.
first quarter.
I was about to say.
Yeah, but all pass plays. The Gauchos did not run the ball on that drive, and that is the brand of football that Casa plays.
Victor Gonzalez with the kick, and it's through.
Flat kick. I don't know if we can hit it from much farther than there. Or
Yeah.
maybe just hit it back. But
I mean, it was a line drive, though. Even though it was low, it had low power. That's not serious.
as the Trojan offense, well, after the kick, of course, the Trojan offense will get going out there. Let's have a look at the quarterback battle for today. Of course, we've already talked about that off the screen. Let's go back to the score. Oh, a fumble, the ball's out. Oh, and Ryan Landry picks it up.
Wow, gang tackled by just a bunch of Gauchos right there. Very, very dangerous play. I mean, a fumble behind the line by yourself, basically.
Yeah, that ball popped up. As we get the score updated, apologies for the late score update, but Trojans lose 2 yards in that fumble. It's now going to be 3rd and 12 for the Trojans. Not starting out well, as it looks like Dario comes off the field, number 75, and Mario DeSau, number 12 for the Trojans. He is their main sole wide receiver for this Trojan offense. They run a lot of heavy sets with tight ends and then one wide receiver, as you see right now. Mario, a good friend of mine, is very capable in one-on-one. He has 246 yards receiving this year, and he's Ryan Landry trying to find
Scrambling,
someone, throws it
throws
downfield,
out,
and just straight into the hands of the Gauchos. Number 13 with the interception. He's trying to avoid a tackle and keep going.
And a bunch of pedaling Trojans.
Gang tackling, and he's down to the 40. Let me see. Number 13 for the Gauchos with the interception. That's Camden Bushy with the
Camden Bushy, the
interception.
same one who made that impressive kickoff, makes an impressive
I'm
just
muted right now, so
in
you
the
can't hear me.
air
I don't get this
interception by
one in the
Ryan
slightest.
Landry, and unfortunately,
I don't get this one in
Ryan
the
was
slightest.
scrambling out of the pocket,
I don't know
had
how I'm
a lot of
tracking.
pressure, didn't really know who could hit, what to do. Tried to throw it out, and as a result, Camden Bushy
I think
came
I
up
could
with
see
the
what he was
interception,
looking at.
yeah.
I am not sure who it was, but there was a receiver hanging around on the 40. I think if
Yeah.
that's a perfect spiral, I think that's a huge play, but just came out of the hand-on flailing duck, as some might say,
Yeah.
and straight into the Gauchos defense. As he's going to go deep.
Danny Mercado
Number
lays
15,
it out,
and he's
it's
got the
caught.
touchdown for the Gauchos.
Number
quick score
15.
for the Gauchos.
Jackson Metzler on the catch, aired out by Danny Mercado, and that's back-to-back Gaucho scores right there, 14-0.
And he was being guarded by Ryan Landry. Ryan Landry, quarterback, also plays free safety. So, man, that's gotta not be fun. Throwing an interception and straight into getting beat for a touchdown. But as the Gauchos will go to kick to push this game to 14-0.
So Victor Gonzalez on the kick, and it is through.
That looked a lot better than the first time. I'll give him that. As the Gauchos extend the lead to 14. Trojans will receive the kick once again, and we are only 6 minutes into this first quarter.
6 minutes with 2 scores.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot in college, high school football.
Yeah.
But great start for the Gauchos. Not so much for the Trojans. I think that fumble really undid the drive, I want to say.
Yeah, disentangled it for sure.
The Trojans, of course, are a rush-heavy team, and when they're forced to pass off of a fumble or some other situation, they really start to struggle. As the kick is up, and wow,
Camden Bushy, back-to-back almost touchbacks. I mean, this dude made both extra points and both of his kickoffs basically touchbacks. I mean, that's impressive. That's stuff you see in a really, really talented high school kicker. And I mean, that could definitely be a threat for the Petaluma Trojans.
He got a big leg. I'll give him that. As we are still at 6 minutes left, 14-0 for the Gauchos. The Trojans, it will be ruled a touchback as the receiver called fair catch and then backed up in the end zone. So they'll start out on the 20. And again, the same set. Heavy set in the middle, and then one wide receiver out. And it's going to be a handoff to I can't tell who. The Trojans run a 3 running back rushing offense. They run a lot of triple options. It's very similar to Navy. If anyone here watched college football, Navy is famous for their triple option. The Trojans run a similar offense to that as Mario DeSalle comes off the field for number 11, Dylan Kerfurst. The 3 running backs you should be looking for is number 2, Brody Stevens Jr., number 4, Evan Clark Jr., and then number 3, Jonah Crichton Jr. They all have very similar, as this one is handed off to Evan Clark. The first rush gained 5 yards. That was a 2nd and 5, and is now down to either a very short third down or a first down for the Trojans. And it will be a 3rd and 2 for the Trojans. This is how the Trojans work. They're not great from behind because they can't score very quick. But if they can just slowly rush, get the ball down the field, waste as much clock as possible, they can be super effective. As Ryan Landry keeps it. Oh, and he wanted that hit. Great tackle by number 13.
Oh, helmet came off after the play.
That I like to see my quarterback do that. That's he wanted that hit.
It shows the intensity of a quarterback, and I mean, if you have the intensity of a quarterback, it motivates the whole team. I mean, the quarterback is obviously the person
what I'm doing is that
leads the team, who engineers the team and their personnel, and motivates everyone. And if what you're doing is watching your quarterback,
but there's like
try
this like
their
level thing. I'm
hardest
trying to
to
keep
make
that
the biggest
level
plays,
and also trying to
go
focus
for
on the
the
players at the
biggest
same time.
Get their
Especially just
helmet
pointing at
down,
camera
get right back into the play.
people. I'm
That's
not really doing much right now.
a big advantage.
And that was one of
I'm
the
also just trying to keep it
Trojans'
level. So
triple
these
option
two
sets.
bars are green.
Ryan Landry fakes the
That means they're
handoff,
perfectly
it's sort of
level.
read option. He can hand it off or
So
take
I'm
it.
trying to maintain
And even
level
when
right
he
now.
takes it, he'll usually have a 3rd guy behind him ready for the pitch.
And I was
Of course, in that play, he just takes it as
the
the handoff to number 2. That is, of course, Brody
Distract the
Stevens.
ball, honestly,
He
that's
gets
all
it.
I
He
can do.
gains a good amount of yards. That was on 1st and 10. That looks like another first down for the Trojans up past 50. Trojans. It will not be a first down. It will be a gain of 8 on that play by Brody Stevens. It's 2nd and 2 for the Trojans. Brody Stevens, before going into this game, had 442 yards, 5 touchdowns on the year. He averages about 49 a game and 6 a carry. So the Trojans, all 3 of the Trojans runners are above 5 yards a carry. Very efficient, but it's just slow football as it's another handoff. Nope, there's the triple option again. And he gives it to Jonah Crichton, and he'll gain some. So, yeah, that signature triple option to the wide side of the field.
Yeah.
Fake the handoff to Evan Clark. He keeps it himself, doesn't see anything where. Pitch it off to Jonah Crichton, and he'll gain some good yards. we can definitely see that they've practiced triple play a lot. Because the pitch in Madden, of course, is pretty easy because the guy automatically does it. But in real life, a pitch can be very difficult, especially when you're on the run. And Ryan Landry does it really well.
Yeah, so before the play, we saw a substitution of Mario DeSau to Dylan Kerfer. So Dylan Kerfer is the receiver on the right that we see. Trojans take a timeout.
Trojans will take a timeout as we will hold up with 5:30 left in the first quarter. Of course, Trojans down 14-0. Good drive. This is how the Trojan offense will be most effective. It's gains of 5 yards on a rush, hard-nosed, old football, like we're playing. Like we got Jim Brown in the backfield. That's how. That's the kind of football that we play here at Pendleton High School. And the one problem is that for many years when we've been successful, it's because we run this very slow and patient offense, but our defense is so good it can get stops and keep us a lead. This year the defense is not really there. That's why the Trojans are 4 and 5.
Yeah.
It's because they'll get the amount of score that they'll get the score that they need, but the defense just can't hold up. As another handoff to Brody Stevens, and he'll gain a good amount. That's up past the 40. Looks like it'll be a gain of 6 for second down.
An interesting fact about Petaluma High as a team, so their varsity team overall is 0-4 home, but 4-1 away, which means for some reason it seems as though they play better when they're in the enemy territory rather than in your own territory. Which,
I think it's also the fact that we've played much better teams at home than away.
Yeah,
it is an interesting thing as another big set, and it's a QB keeper for Ryan Landry. Surprised the defense. He just took it himself and gains the first down. It'll be a 1st and 10 just beyond the 30 for the Trojans with just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. As I was saying before about Ryan Landry rushing, he has 443 yards in the ground this year, as much as some of the other some of the secondary running backs on this team, and 7 touchdowns. As it's another fake handoff to Evan Clark and a pitch to Brody Stevens, and he'll gain a good amount, about 4 on the play.
Yeah, 4 or 5 yards on that play. And Brody Stevens, he's an electric running back. Other than Evan Clark and Jonah Creighton, which we see in those people as they're more heavier, stronger, kind of more durable, can take tackles. Brody Stevens can just run through the defense.
That's the really interesting thing about this Trojan rushing attack. We have 3 running backs, as they're all 3 in the backfield right now.
I think that's Bone, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the names. Brody Stevens gets the carry, and he goes for a decent amount. But what's super interesting about this Trojan rushing attack is you have 3 running backs who fit very different molds. Brody Stevens is about 6'1", 6'2"-ish. He's very fast, very athletic, kind of more of a wide receiver type, but he's strong enough to play running back. Evan Clark, 6'1", and he is very, very strong. He can bulldoze to anyone. Jonah Creighton, he's a bit smaller than them. He's only about 5'9", 5'10", as Evan Clark. Oh my God!
Just smashes through the D line.
You see what I mean?
I see what you're talking about, Luca.
Jonah Creighton, he's a bit smaller, but a guy kind of like a Marshawn Lynch. He's as fast as Brody Stevens, a little bit faster, but he's compact. He can slip behind, and there's a reason he gets those pitches on the edge, because he can slip around a defense and take it for a lot of yards. He has the most yards per carry out of any 3s with a 7.3. Of course, he's tied for the secondary running back with Brody Stevens. Evan Clark is the main one. And that's encroachment by number 11 of Casa Grande. That is Ryla Wire with the encroachment penalty. That'll move the Trojans up. As the student section gets a little loud with 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. It'll be it's a 2nd and 5. It was a 2nd and 5 on that play. I'm guessing it'll be a bit closer to the penalty.
And on that penalty, we see Rylo Wire, the outside linebacker. What he was trying to do was wait for them to snap the ball and then pre-blitz it.
As Ryan Landry gets it with the keeper, he gets on a defender. He makes a juke. He's going for the end zone, and he's stopped.
4-yard
on the 5. Probably on the 4-yard line.
Yeah, so Ryan Landry, as we've seen in this game so far, it seems like not only is he able to pass, but more than pass, he's able to just scramble on his own. He's able to go through the big tackles, able to evade the tackles, able to just carry the team on his back.
And his fake on that read option is very effective. Yeah. As the 3 running back set is back up, handoff to Evan Clark, and he'll bull rush down to the what looks like the 1 or 2 yard line.
Touchdown or the 1 yard line. Offensive line pushing him as well in there.
Yeah, and a very competent offensive line for the Trojans. Not amazing in pass protection, especially when we get to longer plays. Of course, Ryan Landry likes to scramble out and throw from outside the pocket, but in run-wise, we got a lot of close to 300-pound guys in that offensive line. And in high school, that's a big difference. And I was like, I'm guessing a Ryan Landry keeper here, and I called it, and that's in a touchdown.
Yeah, well, I mean,
as the Trojan sideline goes crazy.
So, Ryan Landry, I mean, he's shown his capability of making those touchdowns and making those rush touchdowns, especially while scrambling. I mean, he had 443 yards previous to this game, just through scrambling, 7 touchdowns. 7 of his touchdowns are from scrambling. And his yards per game, 49. That's crazy.
It's a lot of rushing yards. As I get some smoke from the crowd in the press box, as the Trojans will go for 2. Try to hand it off to Evan Clark. Does he roll in? He does. Wow. Evan Clark is a hard man to bring down. He got touched before he even got back to the 2-yard line and somehow rolls his way into the end zone for the extra 2. As the Trojans will cut the lead, it is now 8-14 for the Trojans. I really like that. In the previous game against we live stream against the Redwood Giants, there was a real lack of want to win. That we felt like from up here, and of course we talked to some of the players, they had the same thing. I like that. That's aggressive. It shows that even though they're like very much underdogs, we want to win this game and we think it's possible.
Yeah, and I mean, the Gauchos were up 14-0, like at the start of that, at the start of the quarter. And I mean, when you're up 14-0 at the start of the quarter, it kind of shows like the trend of the game and how it might go. The Trojans just completely ignored that, bounced back, and rushed amazingly. And I mean, because of that, they scored a touchdown. And I mean, to add on to that, they also got the 2-point conversion with Evan Clark, which makes it a very close game, 8-14.
Yeah, all the Trojans need is a stop on defense and one more touchdown, and they're winning this game against a much higher-powered Casa Grande team.
Ryan Landry with the kickoff, received by number 22, Ronan Curley. He runs with it.
Ooh,
stiff arms.
Oh, what a pitch!
Laterals. Oh my God! Laterals to
find
number 18. Laterals to Wyatt Duff.
They get him down past the 45. And that's one of the problems with the Trojans' philosophy with squib kicking. The squib kick can definitely be effective because it can bounce around. The receiver can kind of fumble it. But if they catch it cleanly, they can get into some weird sets where they can gain a lot of yards as they'll start on the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and I mean, to add on to what you said, laterals are really hit or miss. I mean, it's really just like throw it up there and pray. And in that play, Ronan Curley did a really good job of just delivering it off to Wyatt Duff.
As they're running the same formation, and there's the pass behind the line of scrimmage.
Pass, also to Wyatt Duff. Wyatt Duff's running with it. Wyatt Duff's getting yards.
Yeah.
And he goes to about the 34-yard line.
That's again a 25, so it's a 20 maybe. And it's that wide set into a behind the line of scrimmage pass. I think what the Trojans' strategy on defense is the Gauchos are exploiting is they're playing either zone or backed up man, where the guy who's supposed to be guarding that receiver is backed up so far that when they throw it behind the line, he has so much space to just find yards.
Yep.
And they did it on that play.
Gauchos have a really spaced out personnel side here with the trips on the left side. Dana Mercado looks back.
Is pressured, and he does the completion, though, and they're up past the 20.
Looks like he hits Wyatt Duff again on the right side for another first down.
So one thing that I'm noticing is that, unlike the Trojans, the Gauchos run a 5-man block unit. There's no tight end. It's just the core offensive linemen. And the Trojans, they got some pressure there, but they haven't been getting pressure this game as they blitz now and on run play. And oh wow, he somehow finds his way through that blitz, and he gains a solid gain of 8.
Number 22, Ronan Curley on that run. Ronan Curley, the same one who was given the lateral pass, or sorry, no, the kick return, and then threw the lateral pass.
As the Gauchos set up on a 1st and 10 with just under a minute 30 left in the first quarter. In the same set, 3 wide on one side, another
Again, dropped
handoff,
off to
and
Ronan
he finds
Curley.
the hole.
And Ronan Curley just
He
destroying that
is.
D-line.
Is he in? Looks like he's stuck on the 1. What is it going to be called?
Close
It's
play.
ghost. Yeah, stuck on the 1. Now it's set up for goal line defense for the Trojans. But what I can definitely see out of this rushing offense by the Gauchos, it's very set up to just open up one hole, and he has amazing footwork to just get through it and find his way through. As it's going to be QB sneak. Is he in? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And the Gauchos score again.
So Danny Mercado takes that 2-point conversion, just holds onto the ball, and just runs it right through.
That was not correct. That was not a 2-point conversion. That was for the touchdown. The Trojans got to stop on the 1-yard line, but they do still score. And now it looks like the Gauchos will be going for 2, just like the Trojans did, to extend their lead.
I was a little confused on that play. That's on me. But they are still lined up at the 1-yard line. They have quads formation, 2 receivers on each side, and one's in motion. Number 7, who is Jaden Pierre.
Fake handoff,
and
he's
they
gonna
run
get
it in.
He
Number
is
5,
almost
Danny Mercado.
untouched. He is almost untouched into the end zone.
Yeah, that quarterback is crazy. I mean, like I said, with the Petaluma quarterback, if you can just take the ball, run in yourself, and show your expertise as a quarterback and your professionalism, and the way you can just have intensity with the ball, your team will go a long way. And both quarterbacks have shown that throughout the whole game.
And even though we talk about how much Danny Mercado passes the ball much more than Ryan Landry, they rush very similarly, as we had up in the graphic before. They have very similar rush dash. Going to this game, Danny Mercado is just under 500, and Ryan Landry is just under 450. Ryan Landry has one more touchdown, but has way less yards per game, and a little bit more yards per carry. It's very similar.
So Camden Bushy ready to make the kickoff as the referee whistles that he's ready to go. Kickoff underway, and it is absolutely booted. 3 kicks in a row behind the 1-yard line.
And it looks like number 25 for the Trojans, that's Aiden Loudon, gets the kickoff. And he looks like he's stopped just before the 20. As the Trojans will start their last drive of the first quarter.
So fun fact, Aiden Loudon is actually the 4th running back that the Trojans have on their personnel. So the 3 that we've seen, Jonah Crichton, Evan Clark, and Brody Stevens, they're all amazing. But as a run-heavy offense, you're going to need a 4th person in there, and that guy's Brody Stevens, who's also the kick returner.
So the Trojans will start just beyond the 20. Under center, and it's a keeper for Ryan Landry. Ooh, what a juke on the read option.
Gets out of bounds, safe play there.
Yep, and it's just simple yards for the Trojans. This is how this offense moves.
Honestly, Doser just told me
They're not a big play team. They're
and
good.
so he just asked me to
5 to 6 on every play. Get the downs going. The only point where this Trojan team struggles is when somebody misses a blocking assignment and they lose yards on a 2nd down or lose yards on a 1st down, and then forces them to pass. As it's another keeper for Ryan Landry. Ooh, he makes a good move. He has space. He has blockers. Ooh, great tackle by the Gauchos, number 10.
So about like a 15-yard run, I'd say, and then Ryan Landry gets into the midfield, and it's just stopped by 2 Gauchos who, one goes to the bottom, one goes to the top, and gets the tackle there.
Brady Laubischer with the tackle. That was a very great form tackle. Really stopped the big play because it looked like the Trojans had blockers up front. He could have taken that home, but he went low, got the ankles, and stopped the big run. Some movement in the backfield, and there's a handoff for Evan Clark, and he's going to get some room. He's going to run through some people, and he's up past the 45. That's a big Evan Clark with the
Evan
rush.
Clark is a big running back and probably the fullback that they use in the Trojans personnel. And I mean, showing with Evan Clark, I mean, his 914 yards already, 8 touchdowns, 101 yards per gain, and 5.4 yards per carry average. I mean,
as the first quarter ends. First quarter ends for the Trojans. They're down 22-8. And if this is how this game can look, it's going to be high scoring, at least for the Gauchos. But I think the Trojans have found a certain strategy where they can call plays in a certain order to confuse the Gauchos defense and keep getting that 5 or 6 yards and keep the chains moving.
Exactly. And the game before we had this, the JV game, it was a defensive battle. I mean, there were no points scored until the fourth quarter. It was 0-0, and then the Gauchos scored a touchdown, and that was it, 7-0. And the first quarter of the varsity game seems to be going the exact opposite way, with them just having an offensive clinic and them just battling it out.
Yeah, of course we weren't live streaming the JV game, but we all showed up here during it, and it was down to the wire, 7-0.
Yeah.
So very different from varsity to JV. Talking about switching our grades as well, this Trojans team is not at its full potential. As if we go through the roster, their roster is mostly juniors. In the past, it's been a senior-dominated team, but the class of 2025 just hasn't brought out a lot of football players. Of course, Ryan Landry is starting, but all 4 of the Trojans running backs, Brody Stevens, Evan Clark, Jonah Crichton, and Aiden Loudon, are all juniors. So even though the Trojans didn't have a great year this year, even if they win this game, they end off 500.
Yeah.
They definitely have room to improve.
Yeah, and I mean, if they do win this game, they make the playoffs. So that'd be a nice addition, of course.
Yeah. As looks like Evan Clark will get the carry as the Trojans have the ball. Yeah. And again, offensive lineman looks to be down. Doesn't seem happy with some of his fellow offensive linemen. That's number 76 for the Trojans. Number 76 being Declan Romo. He is one of the few sophomores in this team. Declan Romo and Jack Hogia. Jack Hogia, of course, plays safety. Declan Romo on the D-line and O-line. 2 sophomores who are making a big impact on varsity this year.
Yeah, and I mean, Declan Romo, he's always been really good at football. He's a big kid, and he's a sophomore, and I'm pretty sure he made varsity as a freshman as well, and you just really don't want to see Declan Romo, a kid like that, being injured and coming off the field. Now, we don't exactly know what happened, but we do know that he's obviously not playing, which can be a bad result.
As another handoff. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, Evan Clark. Get there, Evan. He's in. Touchdown, Trojan.
Baby.
What a play by Evan Clark. We said it over and over again. Man, can that boy run the football.
I mean, just absolute explosions from the backfield of the offense. I mean, he literally takes the ball, just runs through, doesn't even care about his offensive lineman, doesn't care about the defensive lineman on the other side, just runs through him and adds on that other touchdown to make it 9 touchdowns for Evan Clark and a 14-22 game as they set up for the actual 2-point conversion, trying to make it a 16-22 game.
Yeah, and you can see with the Trojans' rush offenses, it looks like Evan Clark will get into the 2-point conversion. You can see with the Trojan rushing offense, one of the big points is that even though they're going for that 5 or 6 yards every time, if they get a seam, we have very mobile offensive linemen that can get upfield and get blocked. That's what happened. Evan broke a tackle in the first 3 yards, got up to about 8 yards past the line of scrimmage, and his offensive line is with him. Kind of a tush-push, but he's running while he's doing it, and he gets past the Gauchos safeties, and he's in for the touchdown.
Couldn't have said it better, yeah. So Evan Clark, I mean, just the big running back we've been talking about all game. He can make these plays. He can do these things that others can't, and that gives Petaluma a big advantage in their offense.
As, like we've said, as we're just 30 seconds into the second quarter, the Trojans haven't passed the ball yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Or other than that, other than the one interception. Yeah. Other than the one interception on a 3rd and 12 that they were forced to do because of a sack, they have not passed the ball. And in previous games, when the Trojans' rush offense hasn't been there, a person like me or someone else in the student section would be complaining about that fact. But man, is this rush offense working way better than we've seen in the past, as he finds a hole and he'll get up past the 40.
And so Ryan Landry with that kick, line drive kick and making it back to the 15-yard line and return to about, I'd say, the 37-yard line. Or no, sorry, 42-yard line is where the ball's placed at.
Yeah, Gauchos' return team has really helped them a lot, getting good field position. They're 20 yards up from what the Trojans were at the start of their drive, as I think the main point of this winning this game for the Trojans is their secondary. As wow for the first actually never mind. I was gonna say wow for the first time the Gauchos are in a bunch set, but no, they're passing downfield on trips. He's mobile. He's not passing the ball. He is wide open, blown coverage by the Trojans, and he is gonna break 3 tackles.
Jackson Metzler.
Get in.
Oh my God. I mean, on that play, Danny Mercado scrambles, airs it out to an open Jackson Metzler, and Jackson catches the ball, right? I mean, there's 3 people around him. We don't know if he's going to get the end zone, but somehow, some way, he dodges and evades all the defenders, pushes through, and then just absolutely puts his body on the line, gets to the end zone.
I'd say that was quite poor open field tackling, but for the Trojans. But yeah, they can't let that happen.
Yeah.
If they have any chance in this game, they need to at least slow them down, because these one-play touchdowns are just getting the offense back in the field, and especially an offense of the Trojans where it is really run-heavy. As Mercado takes it on the read option, he'll get in. As the Gauchos extend their lead, it is now 30-16. I forgot what I was saying. The one problem with the Trojan philosophy is that if the defense gives up big plays, the offense is back up there super quickly. And for an offense where people can get tired very quickly because you're just pounding the rock.
Yeah, and I mean, the game's just been an offensive clinic all game. As Camden Bushy, the Casa Grande kicker, is going ready to kick his, fourth, fifth kickoff. I mean, this is just the definition of an offensive clinic.
Yeah, super high scoring. And a really interesting stat that, of course, we don't have here in high school football. As Mario DeSalle finds a hole. He's tackled by his own player.
So number 57, Daniel Villalobos on the Casa Grande team gets the duo tackle with another Casa Grande Gaucho on Mario DeSalle to about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, sadly, Mario DeSalle was tackled by his own player, and he got hit hard. He was stopped in his tracks. He's back out there, back in the same formation for the Trojans. It's been working for them all game. This time only a single running back, Evan Clark, in the backfield. And he gives it to him, halfback dive, and he'll only gain a few. Now, this could be the problem with the Trojan offenses at times. A play like that only gains 1 or 2. Will be officially 1-yard gain. It's a 2nd and 9. If the Trojans can't get 6 yards in this play, they're going to be forced to pass. And
Mario DeSalle comes off the field, so only one receiver on one side. The ball's run with Evan Clark, and not much yardage on there.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I was talking about. It is now going to be a 3rd and 6. This is, of course, going to be a pass down. I assume Mario DeSalle will be put back on the field. There he goes. This is an obvious pass play. 3rd and 6. The Trojans have been able to run it past 6 yards. And I think the play call here is either a triple option, because you can get guys out in the flats, out in open field, especially if your wide receivers will block. But wow, this is interesting. The first set time that the Trojans have run 4 receivers, of course one of them being Jonah Crichton.
Pass play. Unfortunate. So that was one of 2 pass plays we've seen all day, and that was to Jonah Crichton, who unfortunately on the bubble route was not able to come through with the ball.
Yeah, I think he thought he was covered because one of the Gauchos were in zone. They had a corner who was supposed to be in the flats. He was going down. He just turned his head too late. Well, the ball was already at him. I think he realizes that it's more definitely his fault. As the I love this. The Trojans realize their defense sadly cannot get a stop in this game on a fake into a punt. And kicker interference.
So not only do we see roughing the kicker, but I think we see some unnecessary roughness penalty, something on that play. That was number 57 on the Casa Grande Gauchos, Daniel Villalobos, who made that penalty on our kicker. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously just a clear, blatant flag right in front of the ref. Can't really do much about that. And it looked like as soon as he made that flag, he made a mistake, put his hands on his head. But
That's very big for the Trojans, as a drive that had completely stalled out in the first 3 plays, they're back in the field for a first down.
And that just like goes to show how flags can really come through and change a game. I mean, they were ready to punt the ball, give it to the Gauchos, but they didn't get it right, and because of that, Trojans have the ball.
And that was really interesting, or a fake, or a, I could say, anti-fake punt for the Trojans, as it's a handoff. Nope, it's a keeper for Ryan Landry on the read option. He's going to get a lot. He's going to hit hard. Ooh,
almost loses the
ball.
ball.
Nah, ball, he's down. Let's go. He dropped the ball when he fell to the ground, but he is okay. He got his knees down. It's not a fumble. Good game for the Trojans.
Close, yeah.
Just could barely see that from our angle, our angle up here. Just barely saw the ball come out of his hands. Trojans with a 2nd and 1, and I think we can all guess who this ball is going to.
Right to Evan Clark.
I was right. If you want a yard,
shocker there.
If you want a yard, he'll get you a yard.
That's exactly right.
For the Trojans, as you see us here. Trojans with a 1st and 10 now with 6:51 left in the second quarter. So of course, still 16 to 30.
We see Brody Stevens in the backfield, ready to make a elusive run, hopefully, with Ryan Landry at the helm.
And it's
Dylan Kerfers, the far right receiver.
Yeah, but I can tell you right now, the ball's not going to him, as it's another handoff to Evan Clark, and he is taken down quickly. Evan, not very much of a hurdle threat, so if you can really get your hands wrapped around him, especially his legs, you can get him down pretty decently, but once he's in the open field, he'll break a lot of tackles. As there'll now be a 2nd and 7 for the Trojans, and this is a huge play the Trojans drive. As we saw earlier in this drive before the penalty, a 2nd and long is the biggest part of this Trojan drive. They need at least 3 to 4 yards in this to make it a guaranteed rush down on 3rd down.
So Evan Clark with the ball again.
Nope.
Oh no! Wow.
Taken by Ryan Landry, and he'll gain a few. He might be just not to the first down, but this does, as I was saying, makes it an obvious first. No, it is a first down for the Trojans. What I was trying to say is that type of run, even say it gains 6 on a 2nd and 7, that makes it an obvious run play on 3rd down. Just give the ball to Evan Clark, and he'll get you that.
Exactly, and I mean there was also trickery on that play too. Petaluma was really good at their run. They're known for their run, and it fooled me. I'll admit, I thought the ball was going right to Evan Clark. Nope, Ryan Landry takes it through.
Yeah, the read option, they practice it a ton. They make it really convincing, and Ryan Landry has the keeper as they're back to the 3 running back set, and it's a handoff to Jonah Crichton, and the Gauchos were in the backfield before he even got the ball.
I mean, a gang of Gauchos once again just rushing right through the old lineman, knowing, hey, they're probably gonna run it. I mean, they've only thrown 2 times this game, and it's 2nd quarter, so let's just blitz.
As it will be a 3rd and 3 for the Trojans. Even though it's a loss of yards, the good gain on 1st down makes this still probably a rush play. We saw the triple option a lot earlier in this game. They haven't run it very much since. I would expect to see it here, as they need a decent amount of yards, but it is going to be a pass play, screen play.
3rd pass.
Out to number 16, and he's going to gain a bunch. Number 16 for the Trojans is Drew Gracie, captain. Wow. He plays wide receiver and middle linebacker. He's a senior, 6'2". He hasn't gotten a lot of receiving targets this year. He's mainly a middle linebacker. He leads the team in tackles at middle linebacker. So to see him playing wide receiver is a bit of a rarity, especially as the Trojans almost only have 1 wide receiver out. I believe in that set he was in a sort of tight end wide receiver hybrid there, but he got out and he gained a good amount of yards. He's a decently big guy, and he gets the first down.
He plays middle linebacker. Of course, he's a big guy. And I mean, that was the 3rd pass play throughout the entire game that the Petaluma has done so far. Didn't complete their first 2. One of them was an interception, one of them was incomplete. On their 3rd try, 3rd time's the charm. They make the pass, it's complete. It's perfect.
And I definitely think that the Trojans are going to look at the Gauchos offense, especially in context of the passes behind the line of scrimmage and yards after catch. I think they're going to try and do something similar on the downs where they need it. On the third down where they need to gain a bit more than is guaranteed on, say, Evan Clark rush. As it will be handed off
To Evan
to
Clark
Evan
once
Clark,
again.
and he's down pretty quickly.
Number 1 on the Casa Grande team. Make that tackle. It was a DB. Gavin Alexander made that tackle on Evan Clark. And for a DB, I mean, even though he's 6'2", 165 pounds, making a tackle on a big running back like that, big fullback like that, shows your expertise and just overall skill level.
A lot of practice for this Gauchos defense to really get good form tackles in, especially around the ankles, with these Trojan rushers that can be really hard to bring down.
Mario DeSalle once again lined up on the right side, the single receiver.
Drew Gracie now on the left side, as it's a pitch out to Brody Stevens. He dives in, he's inside the 5 for the Trojans. Brody Stevens get the pitch, and it's going to be a first down. That was a third down and 4. So as I was saying before, on those third down plays where they need to gain more than just a yard, the Trojans are going to the screen, the pitch, something to the outside to just let their players find some yards in the open field and get that first down. Trojans gain a few. Oh, there's a touchdown. Wow. I didn't even see where that came from. But the Trojans will get in.
A touchdown on that one. Ryan Landry with the quarterback keeper on that touchdown.
So that explains why we couldn't see it up here. Ryan Landry just took it himself and got into the end zone.
And so Ryan Landry, I mean, I don't know how many points he scored on his own this game. How many just overall completions, how many just carries he's made that has helped the team out, put the team on his back really with these carries. And they're going for 2. Ryan Landry, they help once again. Snaps it, gives to Evan Clark, and they are in for the 2-point conversion. Making the score 24-30. So Casa Grande.
It is a 6-point game. So for anybody out there who knows anything about sports betting, before any NFL game or any really sports game, there's a line set over under this amount of points, or it's where kind of Vegas says that they'll think this team will win by this many points.
Yeah.
Of course, there's not that for high school football, but I've talked to a lot of my friends. We set the line at about 14 points to the Gauchos. The Gauchos are much higher ranked. They have had a much better offense and had a much better defense mainly this season, and the Trojans are staying in it.
Yeah, and like you were saying with the over and under stuff, I mean, 14 points for the Gauchos. They're a really good team. We only thought they'd get 14 points. Petaluma probably way less than that, and they've just, as I've said, gone through an amazing offensive clinic throughout the entire game, going basically for score to score to score to score, just back to back to back to back. Never really stopping, never really having any defensive moments, defensive plays with interceptions. We see
onside kick!
Oh my God!
Trojans get the onside kick!
Wow!
Number 25 for the Trojans picked the ball up. Number 29, Aiden Loudon picks the ball up for the Trojans.
Wow.
This is huge.
Yeah, so in that play, I mean, Ryan Landry, nobody was really expecting it. I mean, everyone just kind of scored and then scored and then scored. Nobody was expecting an onside kick there, and that's exactly why it played to their favor.
What a play, what a call. This is my type of Trojan offense. I hate watching them when they're conservative. When you're a run-heavy team, you got to get weird with it.
Exactly.
That's weird, and I love it.
Exactly.
Trojans get the ball back with a chance to take the lead in this game.
Evan Clark lined up in the backfield, takes the ball, runs about 2-3 yards. Oh, he doesn't take the ball. Ryan Landry still has it. Scrambling and can't get much as he goes out of bounds. Looks like a little bit of unnecessary roughness could happen on that play.
I think he was still in bounds when he got hit.
Classic crowd erupting.
As that will look to be a lost yard. So I think Ryan Landry, it was supposed to be a read option. He keeps it himself, thinking Evan won't gain that many yards. But I think the DN just got around to him way quicker off the edge, and he just had nowhere to go. He stepped backwards. As we're waiting for the down markers to be set to see what this is going to be. Oh, it is a penalty. You called it. That will be an unnecessary roughness penalty, as Ryan Landry was close to out of bounds or already out of bounds when he got rocked. So the Trojans get a free first down and a lot of yards.
We just saw Mario DeSalle get substituted out for Dylan Kurfers. Both really good receivers. both kind of carry the team in the passing game.
I've been
as Evan Clark is still in the backfield.
Okay.
So we could see either on like a very rare pass, or we could be seeing
No, and
the Evan Clark carry. that just
no,
did not
it
work.
wasn't even Evan Clark. It was
No,
Ryan
it
Landry,
was a
keeper
Ryan
again.
Landry keeper. Wow.
It keeps getting you. It keeps getting you with the read
Yeah,
option,
it's
but Ryan
confusing.
Landry loses yards again on that read option. So I've just been told by someone else in the crowd who was looking at the play a bit more. Apparently, the penalty might have been on someone off the field after Ryan Landry was hit off. Apparently,
Really?
some words were
So
exchanged,
a
something
personal
like that.
foul, or just interference, maybe. Yeah. So yeah, interference, personal foul, something overall that isn't really seen through the game of football, isn't really respected.
As it's going to be a handoff to Evan Clark.
And he
Ooh,
just
good
booms through.
form
Number
tackle.
13 on the
Love
Casa
form
Grande Gauchos, Camden Bushy, the kicker that's made his presence very known throughout this game with his long kicks of touchbacks.
You can
field
see
goals
him
that have been made through, just delivering a big hit on Evan Clark.
as the Trojans will set up for a 3rd and 13. It's an obvious pass play. Oh, sorry, is it 3rd and 8, I believe? I can't see the scoreboard very well from over here. As it will be a pass. He goes
Landry
deep
airs
for
it
Mario
out.
DeSalle, and it is overthrown. Flag? We have a flag in the field? Oh, yep, we got a flag in the field because I see a Gaucho DB with his head in his hands. Ooh, that's saving penalties, saving this
Yeah,
Trojan
bailed him
drive.
out right there. And I mean, Ryan Landry, he stepped back, he aired it out. It was in double coverage. The safety was on him, the quarterback was on him.
I think he had a step though. I think Mario, if that ball is better thrown,
A little better thrown, he would have caught that.
as the crowd is told it is a penalty on a 1st down for the Trojans, just beyond the 20-yard line, but the 22. Yeah, he had a step on the safety, and that's a better ball. Mario DeSalle is coming down with that ball. I have been told that Mario is playing with an injury today. He hurt his meniscus in practice, hyperextended his knee. He is playing today. It kind of also explains why the Trojans are very hesitant to pass the ball, as their wide receiver 1 is playing injured, as Ryan Landry is going to pitch the ball out to Brody Stevens, and he's going to get tackled. He's going to get a solid gain, but there goes that triple option I've been talking about, and it's working.
And I just want to note real quick on the flags that have been going on through this game. I mean, despite what the flags have been, Petaluma has been nothing short of bailed out, I would say, throughout this game. I mean, Petaluma was going to punt on one of the recent plays that happened at the end of first quarter, and then a Gaucho roughed the kicker, which bailed them out to have this long drive, and it resulted in a touchdown. And then right there, missed Mario DeSalle on the pass, and there was a flag, bailed him out, and then boom.
But what I like to point out is that it's handoff to Evan Clark. He's going to break a few tackles, and he's down inside the 10. What I'd like to point out is penalties are, of course, a part of football. The Trojan defense, of course, hasn't been on the field very much, but they have no penalties.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm tired.
The
man.
Trojans are playing a very, very clean game so far, unlike the Gauchos, and that's paying off really well because the Gauchos aren't getting the advantages from penalties that the Trojan offense is.
Exactly. Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. And Evan Clark runs with the ball here.
That was a 1st and 10 or 1st and goal on the 10-yard line, and Evan Clark runs for 8. He's down to the 2.
Yeah, made a hurdle on that play. Looked like he had some ball carrier moves. Looked like he might have been able to come with the touchdown, but unfortunately was tackled like at the 3-yard line and dived for as much as he could. Got to the 1 or the 2-yard line.
He proved me wrong there.
Yeah.
Early in this game, I said he won't get very vertical. Proves me wrong there and gets again an 8.
You don't really expect someone of his size to get that vertical, but once again, boom. Gets the touchdown.
Touchdown
vertical.
Trojans. This game is tied. This Trojan offense, even with being sort of bailed out of the penalties, is playing out of their minds right now.
Yeah, this is the biggest offensive clinic I have seen in a very long time. And if the Trojans can make this extra point, rushing the ball.
Offensive clinic with 2 minutes left in the half. Trojans, I'm guessing, will like to go for 2 to extend the lead, but wow.
I think they might go for 1. I mean, it's 30-30 right now in the second half. If Ryan Landry makes this kick, then it's 31-30. Petaluma lead.
No,
wow.
They're on a hash.
Bold move.
Hey, to be fair,
Ryan Landry,
they're on the 2-yard line. This Trojan rush offense has been very hard to stop as they hand it off to Evan Clark. He's going to get maybe pushed in.
Ooh,
what are we looking at?
I don't know.
He might be short.
He might not be in there.
No, he is not in.
Unfortunately.
We will have a tie game with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Wow.
This is already more points scored for the Trojans than the entirety of their last game. Or sorry, excuse me, they had 36 points last game. This is a lot for a half. This is not what the usual Trojan offense is, but man, is it working.
Exactly.
Like, I'm going to be real with everyone watching it. I came into this game expecting to be sort of a damage management, hey, look at the bright side of these things, but man, this is a good game.
I know, and I mean, in the previous games we've seen, it's just Petaluma running the ball and sometimes coming short of the first down, but the offensive clinic has really been shown. I mean, they are just scoring touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. There's 60 points overall scoring throughout the game.
That's so crazy, especially
in the first quarter, first half.
Yeah, for our division of high school football, it is low-scoring defense, grit and grind. Cost is a bit more on the West Coast kind of pass the ball side, but as a kick will be, it's a regular kick this time, sort of, as they'll receive it at the 15. He's looking for an angle.
That's number 8.
Looking for an angle. He keeps going, and Ryan Landry's going to make the tackle. That's bad. Your kicker should, especially your quarterback kicker, should never be making that tackle.
Really? I don't believe that.
As the ball boys will head out there to replace the ball.
Ball put on the 41-yard line.
At this point,
46-yard line, my bad.
It's not even a stop as he
out.
throws deep, and wow, he is very open, overthrown. Wow.
So Brady Lobsher was trying to make the catch, and it looks like in that making the catch, or trying to make the catch at least, he might have overextended something, might have hurt something as he's down on the field.
Receiver
at the 10-yard line. So yeah, the camera shows Brady Lobsher right now walking off the field.
Yeah, he's going to be able to walk off the field, thankfully. But, man, these Trojan safeties need to pay attention. They're falling asleep out there. Like, I don't want to be negative, but, man, that's the 4th time this game that there's been a ball thrown deep and he's just nobody near and completely blown coverage. I'd run 2 eye safeties right now and just get them back as far as possible because you can tell the Gauchos, they want to go deep. Gauchos are a big play team.
Snap to Danny Mercado.
Read option.
Runs with the ball. Gets about 8 or 9 yards. Oh, wait. Maybe a first down, actually.
Looks close. It looks like he will roll over for a first down. That was on a 2nd and 10. Now 1:31 left in the half. I think this Trojan defense right now has been quite poor this game. I think what their goals right now, hold the Gauchos out of the end zone.
Exactly.
Even a field goal would be fine because I believe the Trojans will get ball at half.
Yeah, but the thing about it is if they do get a field goal.
Ball is out!
Fumbled!
Trojans have it!
Trojans have the ball!
What a play!
Wow. As we're talking about the Trojans having to put on a defensive clinic, the ball gets stripped by Aiden Shue.
Aiden Shue with the strip sack. What a play by the Trojans. They now have 1:10 to get down the field to take the lead in this game.
Aiden Shue,
wow.
A very close friend of mine, showing on just how good the Trojans defense is. And I mean, through this game, we have not seen any defensive spectacular plays. And Aiden Shue makes his mark and puts on the first play, first defensive play.
On the first quarterback hit of the game, it's a strip sack. What a play.
Especially by a sophomore on varsity, Aiden Shue.
That's a third of the main sophomores that are playing on varsity. What a play. The Trojan defense, at least secondary, has been carved up this game, and the Gauchos have been running mostly 5 blocker set, and the Trojans should have the advantage on that. They should be getting to the quarterback. They just haven't in this game, and giving Danny Mercado all the time he needs, throw down field as the Trojans will look like just barely get back to this line of scrimmage. But the Gauchos have just carved up the secondary, and the defensive line has been able to get pressure. On that play was the first time that the secondary had everything blanketed. Danny Mercado had to hesitate, and Aiden is around the edge, and he gets the strip sack.
A lot of just, I mean, there's really no way to put it. I mean, Aiden Chu is a sophomore, and with the skills like that, being a sophomore, you don't know how far he can get in football. I mean, he's just making his mark, showing how good of a player he is and why he deserves to be on varsity.
As it does look like the Trojans will take this to halftime as the clock is running down to 20 seconds, as they will hand it off to Evan Clark. He's going to gain a few yards. Just kind of stat padding before halftime.
Yeah, about 8 yards on that run.
Yeah, clock is still going down. I understand it. The Trojans are not a big play team. It will be very difficult for them to go 60 yards in a minute. But what's big about that is it stops the Trojans, the Gauchos from scoring, and the Trojans get ball at halftime. As we go into halftime right now, the Trojans have a chance to take a lead in this game where they were such big underdogs.
Yes, let it be halftime, 30-30. Wow.
What a great game we have in our hands.
Amazing, entertaining game.
We will see.
It's just score after score with the crowd erupting, smoke bombs flaring in the air, green, purple, everywhere.
So I'm a junior. Soren is a sophomore. I've seen, this is my third Egg Bowl. Our first Egg Bowl was, of course, over at Casa. What an amazing game. That Trojan offense, or my Trojan team, at least my freshman year, were very competitive with Casa for the best team in our league. And man, that team was really good. But they, of course, if you're there, they lost to Casa on the last play of the game. It was a very dramatic game. Casa won that. Last year, it was back here, and it was not a good time for anyone wearing purple.
No,
Trojans were blown out. And this year, we were all expecting the same result. We were expecting
15 minutes.
blowout, but let's just limit the damage. But man, the Trojans played so well, they're in this game.
Yeah, and they're like turning the tides of what not only the Trojan fans, but the Casa Grande fans, and I mean any high school football fans and high school football watchers out there are thinking. Like, they are not thinking that the Trojans will make it this close of a game, make these amazing plays, make it just outstanding overall.
As the Gauchos cheer team gets out there to do their routine, a little technical difficulties with the music. Sadly, we don't have a camera on the other side. We'll try and get that for anyone who cares about cheer teams. I'm saying that in the fact that it's a very valid thing to care about varsity cheer teams. The Trojan cheer team has won state, I believe, last year. Very competitive team. I do not know very much about the Casa cheer team as they do their routine.
I don't know if I'm in the same channel, but oh no, yeah. I'm at the end goal. Hello? Oh. I'm at the end goal. Sorry. Do you want me to come back? Or? The hell up. I'm concerned whether he should come to me or not. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I'll take a break. Okay, I'll go offline then.
one more time for both varsity cheer squads. We're now going to enjoy some music from the marching bands, and then after that have a mascot dance-off. But first, the bands.
So, apologies for the wires in front of us.
Because are you filming people?
The press box.
No, I'm just end line.
End line? Alright, so.
5 is the big one.
Alright, so we're gonna get. Shoot, aperture priority should be on. How do we turn?
Alright, it might be you. You're going to take off for Natty. That's the big A7.
Alright,
With the big lens. But then Turner's going to just walk you through it.
Okay.
Turner, she's taking over the big one. Would you give Ivy a quick primer?
Yeah. So when we down there, do I just let them know, like, camera 4 on?
Camera 4's on. Exactly. This on the outside. Alright, the battery. Sorry.
So who's with me?
Do you know Ashley?
Ashley, yeah.
Ashley? Leo? Ashley. And you're good, and then you may have to dip for fourth, stay as long as you can, and then, but walk her through what you're doing and how you're doing it. And did he set you up for that?
Oh, yeah, that's good. I see this coming.
That's so fun.
Alright, cool.
The shot, so Natty does a shot of the crowd as we got they sacked the quarterback, and it just cuts to the crowd, and they're just going crazy on the live stream. It looks so good.
Nice. So you want me, because we're going third quarter, you want me over there?
Well, yes.
Alright, then I'm gone. Put that on you.
Yuma? Hey, hold up. My water. Hydrate, my friend. Hydrate. Hydrate and celebrate.
Did you not? Like, you called me at the worst time. Like, Bennett's like telling me, okay, camera 2, your lights.
I'm sorry, I was
I'm like, what the fuck?
I thought,
You're like calling me. I'm like, hold on, I gotta.
you should have hung up. Bro, I
I did hung up.
no, because I thought you were like, you were gone by now. I was like, oh shit, is he here or
I'm
not?
leaving at 3:20.
Oh, my fault, my fault. Oh, no.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That moment where you missed it, right?
Yeah.
Matthew almost dropped him, bro.
Yeah. I hope someone got that. I'm not sure if anyone got that. Alright. Oh, shit. Let's move that away.
Does he want us on the field?
What?
Does he want you on the field?
Yeah, let's go. Alright, so
How are you gonna do this?
So we're gonna be down there.
Scott Mansour.
Was that cool or what?
You almost walked.
I didn't know you were putting blindfolded.
Bro, look, I feel like it got cleaner the like harder. So you guys actually did it, really? Hey.
With 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter, all right?
10, maybe 20, 15 minutes. 15. Well, I got my car by the 30, so.
What time is it?
3:11.
Let's see. Is he telling you something? Or is he not? Yeah, there's a lot of people talking.
Okay, ask him
It's-
if he wants a silly shot of this.
No, they'll tell me. All right, so this is what.
Because I don't know how to use this camera.
Oh, we should have gone down there.
Ask him if he wants
Camera 4 is on the end line. Leo, Ashley, Dominic.
It's a hell of a game. I'm so sorry.
Hey, if you're gonna talk to me here. Inside. Yeah. So here, let me teach you how you guys do it. So what you do is you see this thing, that's like lined up. Like if it's green, it's lined up, like aligned, like there. Zoom in, zoom out. I guess that's pretty much it. And Justin said to keep an eye on the ball and listen to what they say.
Okay.
Any questions, anyone?
What?
Any questions?
About what?
I don't know what to do.
Well, does he want his shot?
They're just talking right now. They're like, camera 2, camera 5, how we doing?
Camera you are?
What? Camera 4. Oh yeah,
Camera
good
2's
call.
up there. I think camera 2 is the one we use the most. So I was getting like camera 2 do this, camera 2 like all the fucking time. But you know, he said I did a good job. So.
Nice. How hard was it?
It wasn't too bad. It just, what's confusing is when they do the play, you don't know where the ball is. And I'm like, I'm following someone I think has the ball, then I look back and the quarterback still has it. I'm like, oh.
I know it's hard. It's hard. I was even like here, and I didn't know if it was.
Yeah, it was really confusing. But other than that, it's just zooming in, zooming out, and then you zoom in while on the huddle, then you like zoom out and you start to move. It's actually kind of fun. It was just like it's simple. You just listen to what he says to do. That's all it is.
I hope they don't give me any hard shots though. I'm really not sure what to do with those.
On tight shots?
No, like, not tight shots. I mean, like.
They'll tell you exactly what they want. If it's Bennett, Bennett's pretty good about it. I'm not sure if they. Is it Bennett?
Which one?
Bennett, the one saying, okay, Cameron, 122.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Because Bennett was. He might have switched for the second half.
Yeah, I'm gone third quarter. The end of third quarter.
Gone.
Right now, probably.
Like 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
I'd like to thank some of our sponsors.
Dude, I didn't think we'd be this close to winning.
No, actually, we came back because it was like 24-8.
We had 2 interceptions, huh?
I think we had a fumble and interception.
That's crazy.
I'm so sad to go, bro. This is actually a good game. I'm like,
it is a good game.
I thought we were gonna get asses wiped, so I didn't give a shit. But now I want to stay. But I go feed old people.
Market, Studio 101 Designs, Nick and Amber Dairy.
I was here since like 11:20.
Huh?
I got here at 11, right? But those 3 never said where to meet up, so I went to the classroom and no one was there. I was like, oh. So I called Dosey. I'm like, hey, like, where are we meeting? It's like, oh yeah, just go to the box, the press box. I'm like, all right. I go around and I go where I'm like, oh, like, do I have to pay? I'm like, with TBC, and I'm like, what the fuck is TBC? I'm like, oh, like, he said we can just come in. He's like, I don't know. We need a list. So I go when I tell Dosey, and he has to like, dude, it's this whole thing. But eventually we got figured out. It's been a long day. What the?
Quick kick recovered by Mario DeSalle.
I did not know where that ball went. I suck at this.
Bro, I'm scared of them. Like, if I try walking by and all of a sudden the cheerleaders start doing the cheer. No!
They're not on our camera. They're only on 3 and 2.
Yeah, I think that camera 4 didn't seem to get a lot. It's only really if you're close to the
Yeah.
I'm gonna go after this play.
Huh? Are you going after this?
Fumble on the snap. Recovered by Ryan Landry.
This 36, this is what has dismantled the Trojans' drives so far in this game.
Could you hold this for a second?
A little bit of something on first down, and then a loss of yards on second down brings up a 50-50 kind of pass
the other side. No, the other side. Like that.
Run the ball, or maybe what they have done on these third downs is get it to the outside and sort of right into motion. It would be a pass. Mario DeSalle overs the ball. This is what we're talking about. How does Gauchos defense get the Trojans off the field is by forcing them into third and long and forcing them to pass. Because the Trojans have 4 passes on this game and 1 completion, 1 interception. The Trojans, this is last time, on 4th and 6, they set up in what looked to be a go-for-it kind of setup. Yep, and they switched to a punt.
So we've seen this now it's twice in the game. Good punt. I'm not too sure the strategy is behind that, but I mean it's guided by coaches and it's well educated and well used in the game, so that must mean there has to be something against it. Probably something with just a trick play, maybe somebody maybe behind the jump.
Ryan Landry will start in a kind of shotgun formation and step back. Maybe when the defensive line jumps on it. Or maybe some of the safety, they have a safety in there, so there's a usual returner, something like that. But the
Gauchos will start just around the 25-yard line. Pass to start, and oh my God!
Number 16.
Oh, it's been a cramp. Ooh, that is not good.
Number 16 on the pedal of the Trojans, almost making the interception. Who was that?
Number 16 is Drew Gracie, the linebacker.
Drew Gracie almost made the interception as this brought the Gaucho down in the field.
Looks like he's either holding his knee or his calf.
Official timeout for
I saw
injury on the field.
called it a cramp, but if he's holding his knee, never like to see lower
for that
body.
long with that head coach cut it out.
Yeah, that definitely is.
Look at even Ann, our Colin High athletics director, going out there to make sure that he's all.
And is also pretty good medically.
Well, I'm reporting it's been a great game so far.
You see an appearance from Will Hale, our own JV quarterback.
Calm down. We have someone hurt on the field. It looks like it's Achilles heel. So that'd be great for the Casa Grande Gaucho because this is a prominent player.
No, it won't.
You have no idea who that is. Of course, we haven't been able to see whose number it is.
Let's see what happens.
It does look to be his knee. I have been unfortunate enough to see someone tear their ACL in person. I'm more of a basketball. I played basketball here at Oklahoma. Last year, senior.
Ashley, can you go to Mr. Dusser?
He was fine for his
Right
senior
there.
season.
Do I hit him here?
No, you go to her.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the practice to start the season, I was on JV at the time. I was
Take some of
waiting
our
for practice to
sponsors
start.
during the
Just
transition.
went up on a normal layup to end practice.
Studio
came
101
down.
design
Man, it was loud. And man, it
replaces
hurts
the
to
bridge
see
and it's
because
functional
not only is it super painful for a guy to tear his ACL or tear his knee, at least for Andy, yeah, at least for Andy in that moment, that's half the season.
This guy on the field, I'm hitting
simple design solutions for very complex problems.
It definitely seems to be his knee. I would not be surprised if it's some of his ACL, which is just bad to see because he's probably mainly he's probably mainly a football guy, but man, if you want to play any other sport the rest of the year, that's really good to see. He's walking up the field. He's assisted. I'm not for sure what he's hoping. What I can see that is definitely one of the ankle sprain, because ankle sprain hurt a lot when it first happened. But after a while, you can still walk on it. That's a lot better than something like an ACL. That's really good. Gauchos, after the almost pick, will start on the 2nd and 10 with 10.5 minutes left in this third quarter.
Danny Mercado called the game script as we number 13 came to motion.
Mercado takes it. He's going to get a decent amount.
11 yards on that, 12 yards on that.
That'll be a first down for the Gauchos. It's the tying game. The Trojans had a chance to really take a lead in this game, really take advantage of their ability to get their half and stronger with Gauchos. And with this Trojan defense, what is that?
Hold on, Corbin on the tackle. We have a injured player on the field.
What's going on?
That does not look great. I really hope. I thought I saw him. I'm trying to kind of see the shoulder pad.
Flip side grip. UCP, United Terrible.
Olaf.
So Olaf is
owns and operates flip side
edge pressure and start right there.
comprised of 2 grip centers located in the lower part of the
Olaf is a
grip.
very detrimental role on this team.
Flip side grip.
Detrimental is not the right word. Sorry. He's a very important person in this team. We'll start to see that because I believe he was out for a decent amount last year with a very similar lower body injury. Or I can see him pointing to it. Looks to be his groin, which had him down the field in pain. As it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Gauchos. 10 minutes left in this third quarter. As the ref has something to do. Says something to them.
Please go. Danny Mercado takes the ball.
Hand off and get him in the backfield. Yes, yeah, so it looks like it'll be a loss of yards.
Trojan tackle on that one. Loss of 3 yards.
You know, it looked to be very much a yard. He got back up close to the
Rowan Curry, the ball
it's probably around 2nd 11. So 2nd and 12.
And this is almost like a contact. He's 4 yards behind, but the rusher from the Casa Gauchos is still pushing through.
Number 22 for the Gauchos. As low snap, Danny Mercado looking for it.
Airs it
He's
out.
going deep and he's
Number
wide
7.
open. And he catches it. He's
J.D.
going all
Pierre.
around. Oh, whoa, what was that?
Wow.
Hey, he
Not
made it
to do that, but it still worked on the end.
He did not need to do that.
Pierre with the touchdown. That was his second touchdown of the game. Same dude that was open just like that on the other side of the game.
Fury for the touchdown.
Makes a play like that. Very similar to what he's done previously in the game. And then just jukes out people. I mean, it is, that play is actually shockingly very close, not close, sorry, similar to that play I previously in the first half. On the other side of the field, very similar. Everything's happening from the same.
That's the problem with this Trojans secondary, just the safeties. What that was is it was a cover 2, and the Gauchos, as they go for 2 and they'll get it to extend their lead to 38 to 30.
Danny Mercado on touchdown with a 2-point conversion. That puts the score now
ran a cover 2
the Gauchos 38 and the Trojans 30.
Wide receiver to kind of get through the middle of the two safeties. He pulled both of them. He was covered, but they had a wheel route from a different wide receiver coming around the edge. He was just wide open down the sideline. This free safety, Jack Taylor was supposed to be there, but he thought that he was supposed to be covering the approach coming in. But really, they had a guy right behind him.
He's having a lot to worry about. That just showed through that play.
I don't know if it's the Trojans that he's or the Gauchos are exposed him because they have really been to the Trojans' detriment this game.
Damon Bushy delivers the kick, and it is far and high. Received by Mario DeSalle from the 4-yard line, running the ball. Has some blockers.
This game is decent. He's going to get just past the 20-yard line, and that was not Mario DeSalle. That was in the 22.
Wearing some new clothes. That's
usually, at least up here in the press box, you can't immediately see numbers. Will go off Mario DeSalle. Is very known for his all-black accessories. That's how we usually see him. So we'll find him on the field. Jack Oya has very similar accessories. That's why you gotta mix that. As the Trojans,
they both keep on the same position. They both look alike in some way. When you're not seeing them behind the uniform, so.
As the Trojans will set up for their drive, it's a handoff to Evan Clark. He'll gain a yard or two. Just didn't get the block, so he's down quick. 9 minutes left in this third quarter. Trojans down by 8. I see a little bit of encouragement from the Trojan crowd, hoping this Trojan offense can get back on its feet. This game is still close. This game is still very much in reach. All they need is another stop like they had earlier in this game with the strip sack. Of course, after a score here, this game is still very much a winnable game for the Trojans.
It's very neck and neck. Just scores after scores. And if the trend of the game follows with the Evan Clark pressure, if the trend of the game follows with them just scoring and scoring and scoring and scoring from each side, then hopefully the Trojans can tie
Evan
up.
Clark, the ball carrier. Danny Mercado on the tackle.
Clock dynamics in this game. Because usually when you have a back and forth game like this, it's very even on time of possession because each team will make one drive game on the field. Of course, in this game, the Gauchos score extremely quickly, and the Trojans take a long time to get down the field to score. So, with those kind of dynamics, we're talking about clock management as with a pitch to Brody Stevens, as he's tackled for the first down. Another fourth down for the Trojans. That is not great. I can go for this.
Pitch goes out to Brody Stevens at
Now
the
by
end
8,
of
your defense has not been able to get a stop in this game.
Williams
That one strip
on the
sack.
tackle.
You need to go
Bring
for
up
this.
fourth
If it's going to
down.
be a fourth
They
and
are
4.
going for this, which it does seem like they will do.
Of course, we've had the fake punts or the anti-fake punts before. I'm really hoping it's not one of those.
So it's the same like personnel format with quads, 2 receivers on each side.
That will be the punt.
Yeah, and then they do the punt for the quarterback Ryan Ranger, and also the kicker takes the quarterback to the spot and just takes the long snap.
I know it's the third quarter, and there's a lot of time in this game. But
Rangers
man,
punt.
this Trojan
Down
defense
past the 30-yard line.
hold up this Gauchos offense at all. I don't like a punt there because I feel, at least in my opinion, that if they're going to score either way, they're going to see something different. Something changes with them. Something with the mentality or strategy-wise
Trojan defense. They're going to score either way. Give yourself a chance to get to this game. That's some of the decisions they made, and you got to respect that. As the Gauchos now start up for the 1st and 10, just beyond the 25-yard line. Yep. As it is a handoff, and he's going to get a decent amount of the 22.
The 22 on that one, which is a Ronan Curley. We've seen him throughout the game. This is no linebacker. A lot of plays to do there. But most of his plays.
Ronan Curley, the ball carrier. Drew Gracie on the tackle.
I think I might be able to guess why it was on the 2. If anyone wants pushing the capture playing Stanford back in 2014.
He was 22?
He was number 22. I believe he was number 22 for the Stanford Redwoods, or Stanford Giants, as he gets another rush again, and he's
Ronan Curley open field.
He's going. He's fast. Are they going to catch him? No, they're not. He is fast.
And the Gauchos extend their lead to 44.
Ronan Curley with a touchdown run.
The pace he's shown as just being a junior, 5'8", 165 pounds. I think it was ordinary. The stuff he's able to just pursue and complete is unseen.
He's fast.
He's fast, strong, and to back up what he's going to say